Welcome to our YouTube video on Perform a SWOT Analysis Now. As we discuss a SWOT analysis, you'll find out how absolutely useful and important it is for any small business or SME. It's an extremely useful management tool because it highlights the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of any business, SWOT. Again, it can be used effectively in any size or any type of business, and it's a critical self-analysis of a business. In other words, it's great to be a cheerleader for your business, but when you're doing a SWOT analysis, you want it to be very detailed, a very critical and honest self-evaluation. And what a SWOT analysis is going to do, it focuses on factors that are important to planning and long-term growth of a business. And when it's prepared in sufficient detail, it allows the owner or manager to understand the following: how to operate more efficiently, how to increase profit, how to be more competitive, how to capitalize on new opportunities, how to minimize potential business threats. These are just among other things that will allow the owner to understand about his or her business. So a SWOT is a beneficial starting point in deciding future changes for a business and to determine exactly what changes will be most beneficial. Now, it's important to note that every business has something in each of these four categories, and it can be prepared for either the entire business or just a segment of the business. It can be prepared for a department. It can be prepared for a branch, for a division. So let's talk about what are the strengths. Well, these are internal resources, processes, procedures a business does well. A few examples might be specialized skills, depth of management, experienced long-term employees, new and advanced technological equipment. In other words, anything that really helps the business do extremely well, this would be a strength. So a combination of all of the strengths is what gives a business a competitive edge and builds business value. What about weaknesses? Well, these are internal resources that a business does not do well, or something maybe that it completely lacks. This contributes to what we call competitive deficiencies in the marketplace, and it allows for stronger businesses to overtake businesses with real or perceived weaknesses. Perceived weaknesses, that's important. In other words, in the marketplace, if a business has perceived weaknesses, even if they're not real, the marketplace takes that into consideration, and those weaknesses that are perceived will actually be the same as real weaknesses, which then allows another business to overtake it. So some examples of weaknesses might be lack of expertise, weak brand image, high operating cost, inexperienced employees, poor location. These are just a few weaknesses. What are opportunities? Well, this can be a major role of profit and growth in a small business or SME, but the opportunities must be realistic. In other words, the opportunities must match the internal resources and strengths with the potential opportunity. Otherwise, every single business would be taking advantage of every opportunity in the marketplace. Well, some opportunities might be to introduce a new product or service based on customer demands, new customer preferences, product or service innovations, maybe even expansion into underserved markets. So opportunities, major role of growth and profit in a small business or SME. And then the last category is threats. Well, numerous threats are always going to exist for any business, and this can hinder profitability and the competitive edge of a business. And what a business has to do, it must foresee potential threats, looking into the future, and know in advance how to lessen the threat as much as possible if it materializes. In other words, a business is not going to probably be able to eliminate a potential threat, but must know in advance what is it going to do if the threat materializes to lessen the threat as much as possible. So some examples of threat might be new competition, maybe competition with less expensive and or superior products or services, might be a key employee recruited by the competition, might be increased operating expenses. So again, these threats is where the business owner or manager must be looking into the future saying, well, what should we do if this threat materializes? So, SWOT analysis. Great starting point. Just start simple, then expand. Great to get other employees involved to get their viewpoints. Remembering that a SWOT analysis is always a work in progress. Things are always changing. Whatever the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats are today, 3 months or 6 months or a year from now, they might be different. And when a SWOT analysis is prepared correctly, look what happens. A strategic plan for the future materializes right in front of you. Well, I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I hope you'll watch other videos that we have in our library of videos. And if you would like to know more about the Association of Accredited Small Business Consultants, please go to our website at aasbc.com or send an email to info@aasbc.com. Thank you.